We are live. How's everybody? Oh, my camera angle is a little off. We are live. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day. Now it's really fucking off. God damn. God damn. But today, I wanted to go over an article I wrote for you that is scientifically based, has all sorts of scientific documentation. And it is basically about the people who shunned the unvaccinated are forever untrustworthy. Now, for those of you that are new here, my name is Alan Roberts. I used to be known as Every Damn Day Fitness because that was a business I ran, and people started calling me that because it was the name of my channel and one of my businesses. Now, my name is, in fact, not Every Damn Day Fitness. It is Alan Roberts. And several years ago, after the pandemic hit, I switched this channel name from Every Damn Day Fitness over to Alan Roberts, for the reason being that I wanted to talk about more than just fitness, weight loss, that sort of thing. I wanted to talk about whatever the fuck I wanted. Now, YouTube, of course, hates me. Hates me. And that's okay, because I am viewed other places more than I was viewed on YouTube. Like between Spreely, X, and Rumble, I get more views now than I ever did. So I'm very, very pleased. But we are testing YouTube waters here, because one of the reasons why this is considered taboo is we are about to talk about all sorts of pandemic-y stuff. And I'm just going to remind the YouTube gods, basically, that everything I'm about to say here is scientifically backed because the paper is written with scientific notation. You can check it if you'd like. I'd love to debate anybody in your department of whether this is misinformation or not misinformation, because, very frankly, this is all data. And then added to it is my very clear response that if you, as a person, ever were pro-mandated masks, pro-mandated lockdowns, pro-mandated vaccinations, your ass can never, ever be trusted ever the fuck again. That is a fucking character flaw. And we're going to talk about the article I wrote about it, but I just wanted to get this out, speak straight from here for a second. If you ever said that people should be forced to wear masks, if you ever said that people should be forced to stay in, if you ever said that people should be forced to take a untested for long-term adverse events gene therapy produced by historically corrupt companies in historically corrupt industry that had full liability protection that the government was telling you to take, if you ever pushed for that, if you were in government or you're just one of those people that was like, oh, we need vaccine mandates and the unvaccinated should not be able to go places because they're unvaccinated, those filthy vermin. Fuck you. Now, I love this. This is a great question. Have loved your content for years, but why are you focused on pandemic past and not severe ongoing obesity epidemic? Yeah, because I'm not focused on the obesity epidemic. You don't watch my shit. You're here to fucking just say that shit. You don't watch my fucking shit. If you did, you'd realize I talked about obesity earlier today live. So you're just a bullshit fucking troll, which, by the way, you could, if you would like to join me live, Carnivorto, and discuss with me why you don't think it's important that we address shit like this, then I would love to have you on. Like, but you have to be like with your actual face on camera and your voice and shit. Because you see, there's people like you that are saying like, oh, why are we focused on the past? Because we haven't rectified it yet. You see, we haven't. See, there's still people thinking like, oh, well, they should have gotten the jab. They should have, because I wanted them to. It would make me feel safer. Fuck that shit. We need to talk about this because there will be another one. You can guarantee it. If the powers that be realize that they can put a state of emergency in for a fucking cold, by the way, COVID was no more deadly than the seasonal flu to anybody under 70, according to the World Health Organization there, YouTube. And that's the fucking truth. According to the World Health Organization. On there's a study on there by Dr. John Ioannidis that's been there since 2021, stating that for people under 70, it is in line with the seasonal flu. You fucking assholes. But appreciate your response despite your aggression towards me. That wasn't aggressive. That was me just telling you how the fuck it is. If you guys have never even fucking seen me be aggressive, to tell you the truth. So that was not aggressive. That was just me pointing out your ridiculous bullshit. I'm a big fan of your content. Why don't you talk about obesity? Do you realize how stupid you just made yourself sound? No shit. Do you realize how fucking stupid? Why don't we focus on the obesity epidemic? Do you realize how dumb you just made yourself sound by acting like you watch my content and claiming that I don't talk about that shit? Are you fucking serious? Like it makes you be the ridiculous one. You're stupid as fuck and a liar. But you're probably somebody that told people to wear masks and told people to lock down and told people that they had to take the jab. And that's why you don't want us talking about this shit. Well, too bad. We are going to talk about it. We're going to read an article that I wrote. Well, I wrote with with Grok. Actually, I should say with Grok. With Grok. Okay. This is one of the more favorite articles I ever wrote, by the way. We'll just open it up a little bit more. We don't need it that way. We don't need it that open. We don't need to see all that bullshit to the side. Anyway, here we go. The COVID-19 pandemic emerging in late 2019 and lingering into the 2020s exposed a troubling and deliberate pattern of deception, overreach, and error within public health, government, and media circles. Among the most regrettable and calculated missteps were the harsh restrictions imposed on unvaccinated individuals, mandates, bans, and social exclusion pushed by public health officials who knew better, alongside politicians, media figures, and influencers who were either too oblivious to see the truth or complicit in the same grave errors. These measures were touted as essential to control the virus, as if we're going to control an endemic upper respiratory virus. It was all bullshit from the very fucking beginning, and everybody goddamn knows it. The measures that were touted as essential to control the virus, but a rigorous evidence-based review, particularly with recent insights into vaccine safety, efficacy, natural immunity, and physical health, reveals that public health officials knowingly made the wrong decisions, while their non-expert enablers were either unforgivably ignorant or equally irredeemable. This article presents a firm, science-driven case that both groups should never again be trusted by anyone in society, their credibility destroyed by their own actions. I should have put own there, but it's actions. The deliberate science misstep that undermines trust. The foundation of targeting the unvaccinated was a knowingly false claim that COVID-19 vaccines were safe, highly effective, and necessary to halt transmission, hospitalization, and deaths, justifying their enforcement. Yet public health officials were fully aware the science told a different story, one they chose to ignore or distort, ensuring trustworthiness is shattered forever. A 2021 Lancet study from Kojima et al. Clearly demonstrates that natural immunity from prior infection was comparable to or stronger than vaccine-induced immunity, meaning unvaccinated individuals with prior infections pose no greater risk than the vaccinated. A crucial truth these officials buried to push their agenda. A 2024 natural medicine study at Gazet et al. Further confirmed this, showing natural immunity reduced in reinfection risks by up to 97% compared to the vaccinated individual without prior infection, with fewer severe outcomes, exposing their deliberate blindness. So basically, natural immunity is better than the vaccine. As I said for fucking years and was told, just take the vaccine. Are you afraid of a needle? Like, I'm clearly not afraid of needles. You know, I mean, I got a chest and back and arms full of tattoos, and I'm on TRT. You think I'm afraid of fucking needles? Fucking losers. Anyway, public health officials also knew vaccines wouldn't stop transmission, yet they pushed the narrative anyway. Remember Biden saying, if you get it, you won't pass it, you're safe. Remember all that bullshit? Remember Fauci telling people that the virus stopped with them? Remember the whole Rachel Maddow thing where the virus is dead end, you stop transmission? Yeah, they never even designed for that. They never even tested for it. They were just lying, which is why they should never be ever trusted again, because they were lying about things about your fucking health and your freedom. Why are we talking about the pandemic from, because it was a fucking incredible misstep in crimes against humanity and our freedom. That's why. Fucking idiots. Anyway. Public health officials knew the vaccines wouldn't stop transmission, yet they pushed the narrative anyway. A 2022 Nature Communications study by Berger et al. Confirmed vaccinated individuals could still transmit the virus, especially with Delta and Omicron variants, as breakthrough infections became widespread. Berger et al. 2022. The World Health Organization acknowledged in 2021 that vaccines primarily reduce severe disease and death, not transmission, but these officials scapegoated the unvaccinated regardless, revealing a calculated deception. World Health Organization 2021 leaked 2023 CDC emails obtained through Freedom of Information Act requests showed they were aware of waning vaccine efficacy, but feared public backlash if they corrected the record, choosing control over honesty, a betrayal no one should forgive. And that's Kennedy 2023, and we should not forgive that, ever. The 2023 Cochrane Review, a rigorous analysis of 78 trials, found no evidence masks or vaccine mandates reduce viral transmission in communities, undermining their entire rationale, yet they persisted, Jefferson et al. 2023. Worse, a 2025 Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, study by Freeman, et al. Revealed mRNA vaccines carried a slightly higher risk of serious adverse events, including myocarditis, neurological disorders, and death, affecting 1 in 800 individuals, far exceeding initial safety claims that they promoted. Freeman et al. 2025. VAERS data reviewed by the CDC in 2025 reported over 35,000 deaths and 200,000 serious injuries linked to vaccination by February of 2025, proving vaccines were neither safe nor effective, a truth these officials concealed, ensuring no one should trust them again. Do you know that most vaccines, if there's 3 deaths from the vaccines, they pull it? 35,000? I mean, let's be real, people. Why would I take anything for something that's not deadly to me at fucking all? At all. That doesn't stop transmission, that doesn't stop infection, it doesn't stop death, and has possible it has known side effects, including death, and all sorts of unknown long-term ones, because guess what? We have no idea what it's going to do to people 5 years after they take it, because we're not even at the 5-year point yet. 5 years after they take it, 10 years after they take it, what it's going to do to their offspring, we have no fucking idea. You know why? Because it was all a big experiment, and if you got jabbed, you were a member of the pincushion group. I stayed a member of the control group, meaning I just got healthy, stayed healthy, eat whole foods, wise supplementation, good body fat level, good musculature, get plenty of hydration, sleep, stress relief, and got COVID, got natural immunity, which I am healthier for to begin with. Meanwhile, natural immunity bolstered by good physical health was a far superior defense they deliberately ignored. A 2024 British Journal of Sports Medicine studied by Salas et al. Showed regular exercise reduced COVID mortality risk by 41%, while a 2023 nutrition study by Piera et al. Demonstrated diet rich in whole foods and vitamin D significantly lowered infection severity by enhancing immunity. Geez, wonder why we didn't hear about this. Oh, because when Mark Lobliner and I said shit about this, YouTube fucking basically buried us. Basically fucking buried us. I got deleted off of Instagram and TikTok for saying this shit. And lost a channel on YouTube. Fuck all these motherfuckers. Ioannidis et al. 2022, Dr. John Ioannidis, one of my heroes. Ioannidis et al. 2022, environmental research study calculated COVID-19 infection fatality rate at just a 0.27 overall, dropping to 0.00045 for healthy individuals under 20. So 0.27, by the way, is in line with the seasonal fucking flu. As I have said, and that's for everybody. The average age of death is over the age of life expectancy, with 4 very serious comorbidities going on as the average along with that. If you're under 20 and healthy, there is like you're way more in danger of getting struck by lightning in your life and dying from it. Way more. Fucking ridiculous. Evidence of fit, natural immune population could have managed the virus without the misguided measures. Ioannidis et al. 2022. Public health officials knew this, but prioritized risky, ineffective vaccines, cementing their untrustworthiness. No one should trust them again. Equally culpable are the I just moved my camera. Equally culpable are the non-expert enablers, politicians, media figures, and influencers who either failed to recognize the scientific deceit, proving their incompetence, or knowingly supporting it, making them just as irredeemable. Their inability to see or willful participation is this in this error assures no one should ever trust them again. It's very simple. The calculated ethical misstep that forfeits trust. The restrictions on the unvaccinated weren't just scientifically flawed; they were intentional ethical violations, ensuring no one should trust these advocates again. Public health officials, fully aware of the consequences, disregarded the Universal Declaration of Human Rights (UDHR) from 1948, which guarantees bodily autonomy and freedom from discrimination, to push their agenda. A 2022 ACLU report detailed the fallout. Unvaccinated individuals were fired, expelled from schools, and barred from public life under false public health, quote unquote, pretext. Despite evidence, their exclusion was baseless and vaccines pose greater risks than natural immunity or fitness. They knew this, but proceeded anyway, a betrayal no one should ever forgive. Bioethicist, let's try to say that 20 times. Bioethicist, Dr. Julianne Suvilescu. I'm hoping I pronounced that right, Doctor. Thank you. Please accept my apology if you would happen to hear this. In the Journal of Medical Ethics 2021, warned that mandating vaccines for a virus with a low infection fatality rate and widespread natural immunity, especially when vaccines proved unsafe and ineffective, was ethically indefensible, particularly when it harmed vulnerable populations. The psychological toll was severe. A 2023 Lancet psychiatry study by Bendau et al. Found unvaccinated individuals experienced heightened anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts due to societal stigma. Predictable harm these individuals ignored, while vaccines caused cardiac and neurological damages to millions. Bendau et al. 2023. This deliberate choice to procedure ensures no one should trust them again. Non-expert enablers, politicians, and media figures either failed to grasp this ethical breach, demonstrating their ignorance, or supported it knowingly, aligning themselves with the same irredeemable error. Their actions or inaction ensure no one should ever trust them again. The intentional societal misstep that demands distrust. The unvaccinated restrictions weren't just a mistake, they were a calculated blow to societal trust, ensuring no one should trust these advocates again. Public health officials knew their actions would erode confidence. They still persisted. 2024 Pew Review Center survey reveals trust in the CDC and health agencies fell to 34%, down from 67% in 2019. I can't believe that in 2024 people still trust the CDC in the 30-some percent. That means that society is so fucking stupid. It's almost unbearable. A direct result from the pandemic overreach and vaccine failures, Pew Research Center 2024. A 2025 Ars Technica report highlighted a growing partisan divide, where Republicans losing faith in health agencies over mandates, while Democrats clung to the narrative, deepening societal fractures as vaccine injuries mounted, a division they intentionally fueled, Ars Technica 2025. The loss of trust isn't minor, it's lethal. A 2022 British Journal of Sociology, studied by Cullinan et al., warned the distrust in public health could reduce future compliance, increase mortality from preventable diseases, a legacy these officials knowingly created, ensuring no one should trust them ever again. Economically, a 2023 Congressional Budget Office report estimated vaccine mandates and restrictions cost the U.S. $2.5 trillion in lost productivity. I'm going to read that one more time for a country that is in $37 trillion worth of debt. I am just going to read one more time that economically, a 2023 Congressional Budget Office report estimated vaccine mandates and restrictions cost the U.S. $2.5 trillion in lost productivity, disproportionately harming low-income and minority communities. Where's Black Lives Matter right now? Where were they? Where were they? While vaccines delivered harm rather than health, a cost they accepted. And by the way, anybody can say, well, it helped a lot of people. Nothing would have helped these people more than getting healthy. It is literally a 60 times reduction to be healthy to not healthy. You understand that? If you eat mostly whole foods, get proper hydration, get proper vitamin D, get workout 4 or 5 times a week, get activity in every day, get proper sleep and stress relief, you are 60 times less likely to have any issue with COVID than the baseline. And it's weird that I have to say the baseline, because what I just described to you, like literally how I live, by the way, which is eating mostly whole foods, proper intelligent vitamin supplementation, proper sleep, proper hydration, proper stress relief, working out at least 4 to 5 times a week. That is literally how I live. I have a 60 times less danger than a person that just acts like a normal fucking American. 60 times less. Why the fuck should I stay home because you're afraid? What? Why? Because you can't take care of yourself. I'm supposed to be afraid of something that is less dangerous to me than fucking sunstroke. Because I live in Florida. For real. No shit. Like, you people are fucking crazy. Like, if you ever were like, oh, you got to stay in because you could get somebody else sick. Fuck you. That's the fucking nature of, like, nature and shit. That's how we've evolved. That's how we cull the fucking herd, frankly. Unbelievable. Public health officials built their case on deliberate misinformation, ensuring no one should trust them ever again. Early claims of the vaccine being 95% effective against infection, as reported in the New England Journal of Medicine by Pollack et al. 2020, collapsed as variants emerged and injuries mounted. By the way, the vaccine pushes variants because it makes it evolutionarily advantageous to mutate for the virus to get around the vaccine, whereas broad spectrum natural immunity just makes it so you're immune to it, and you don't get it. It's the nature's vaccine. Anyway, yet they persisted, ignoring natural immunity's superior and fitness's benefit. Pollack et al. 2020, Fauci 2021 testimony. Leaked 2023 CDC documents revealed that they knew vaccine efficacy was declining, but feared public backlash, choosing deception over honesty, a calculated lie that no one should be forgiven for. Kennedy 2023, and very frankly, people should be in jail for. They lied to the American people about something about our health. People should be in jail right now. I don't understand why they're not. We need to get on this shit. This mirrors history's most regrettable public health failures, like Tuskegee, where vulnerable populations were exploited under the guise of science. The National Post's Rex Murphy noted in 2021 that COVID-19 policies taught society to distrust authorities as medical advice became a political tool, pushing unsafe vaccines. Murphy 2021. Silencing scientists like Dr. Robert Malone, Dr. Jay Bacardi, I always mispronounce his name, which is fucking horrible because my fucking goodness, I am such a fan of that man. I just can't seem to pronounce his name. On social media, exposed in 2022 and 2021, respectively, revealed their preference for censorship over truth, bearing natural immunity and health potential. Malone 2022, Bacardi 2021. Their willful deception ensures no one should trust them ever again. Non-experts, enablers, politicians, media, and influencers either failed to recognize this misinformation, demonstrated their ignorance, or supported it knowingly, making them just as irredeemable. And again, you shouldn't be trusted at all. The inverse mishap that forbids trust. The damage inflicted by public health officials and their enablers is irreparable, ensuring no one should trust either group ever again. Scientifically, officials knowingly ignored vaccine dangers and inefficacy, dismissed natural immunity strength, and neglected fitness's life-saving role, while enablers are either too oblivious or complicit in the same errors. Ethically, they violated human rights, leaving a trail of broken lives and vaccine-injured individuals, with enablers either blind to or supportive of the harm. Societally, they shattered trust, deepened division, and triggered economic hardship. While vaccines failed, a consequence they accepted. Both groups demonstrated a profound disregard for truth, ethics, and humanity, ensuring no one in society should trust them again. Society must decisively reject both groups. A 2024 Journal of Public Human Health Ethics study at Kaz et al. Called for accountability, public scrutiny, professional consequences, and legal accountability for those who misrepresented data, promoted unsafe vaccines, and ignored natural immunity and health, as well as their enablers who failed or chose to follow. Kaz et al. 2024. Without this correction, their legacy of distrust will persist, ensuring no one in society should ever trust them again. In conclusion, public health officials who knowingly made these wrong decisions and the non-expert enablers who were either too uninformed to see the truth or equally complicit in the deception have forfeited any claim to trust. Their intentional or ignorant actions, driven by error, power, and misinformation, have left a lasting wound on society. They must be permanently excluded from society's trust. Their credibility destroyed, ensuring no one ever relies on them ever again. Now, notice how I said just their trust, because here's the thing. They're still American citizens. I absolutely want them to have their rights, which, by the way, folks, if you want to go read this article or go see the extensive list, by the way, of sources, here is the link to do so right now. I will do a little Q&A, by the way, just for a little bit, and then I'm going to be on live with Mark Leblanen. But notice, I just want everybody to be very clear about this. I don't want them to be extricated from society. I still want everybody to get health care. I still want everybody to be able to get a job. I still want all that shit. But you just can't be trusted, like, ever again. Like, it just won't, it's not even a feasible possible thing. Like, you cannot be trusted again. Like, you were either so fucking stupid that you believed that historically corrupt companies in a historically corrupt industry could produce a never, first of its kind vaccine that would somehow not, would somehow have less risk than the literal cold. Like, it's less than a cold for healthy people. It's literally less than a cold for healthy people. Like, you believed that. You believed we should close gyms and keep McDonald's open. You believed that we should fucking close the beaches but keep the liquor stores open. Like, how dumb did you fucking need to be? They give out Krispy Kreme donuts if you got your injection in the fucking mall parking lot and shit like that. How stupid are you motherfuckers? Why should we ever trust anybody ever again? Anybody ever again? Anybody ever again? It's fucking ridiculous. They said everyone was dying whilst nobody was actually dying. The death, like, just to be real, the death toll never even averaged, like, the inflated death toll never even averaged what die of obesity every year. It is statistically shown that 375 people die completely weight related, every 375,000 people every single year. The average never made it to that, just so everybody knows. The average of the inflated numbers, the average of counting it, even if you were died with a car accident and you tested positive for it, you were considered a COVID death. Fact. Absolute fact. So people did die from it, mostly very, very elderly people. A lot of people, they listed a lot of people dying with it. That's for fucking sure. So, but there's a huge difference. Well, I'm sorry your friend died, because people do die when there's colds. Healthy people die of colds every year too. We don't close the world down for it. And just because people are dying, just so everybody gets this, the Constitution of the United States, the Declaration of Independence was signed during a smallpox outbreak. So, just because there is no constitutional clause of you have freedom of speech, you have freedom to travel, you have freedom to choose what you want to do, you have freedom of this, freedom of that, unless there is a new cold. There's no constitutional fucking caveat to that. How much did the jab shedding cost us? What was the damage on us? I don't know. I stayed pretty isolated from people, so I'm hoping that it won't involve me. I really am. Not only that, but I do take. By the way, we got something coming out to help rid your body of spike proteins very shortly. Just so everybody knows. So even if you just get COVID and you're worried about the spike proteins, we have something that helps clear it. We've got a tremendous heart health supplement coming out, heart health cholesterol supplement coming out soon. I wish I could tell you more, but please do watch out for it. It is amazing, and I'm very, 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 very excited to tell you guys about it. Give me 1 second. Anyway, but I just wanted to go over this very quickly with you. Like, I don't mean anybody any ill. I don't. I really don't. I don't. Because frankly, I don't give a shit about most people. I'm just going to be honest. I care about freedom, the United States. I care about that shit, right? But I don't need to trust you because I don't trust that many people to begin with, right? You should like, but if you really were like, everybody should wear a mask, everybody should should take it upon themselves that they should wear a mask so they protect others. Like the others should protect themselves. Like I don't need nobody to protect me. I don't even need the government to protect me. So that's the difference. And that's how constitutional republics are set up, on individual liberty. You see, I have individual liberty. I shouldn't have to do fuck shit to protect you. You should be able to protect your fucking self. And if you can't protect yourself, that's what you got the police for. But to think that, like, I should have to do something because you're afraid you'll get sick, fuck you. Fuck off. I would, you know, I was first to admit, I was like, I can't wait to get COVID and get my natural immunity and get over this shit because it's a fucking cold. And it was a fucking cold. For a person like me, a fit and healthy person, the infection fatality rate at my age, which was about, which was my, I was in my late 40s at the time, into my early 50s, the infection fatality rate for me, while I was fit, lean, everything like that, while I'm fit and lean, everything like that, less than, like, vastly less than the seasonal flu. Vastly less. So why should I fucking bother? You know? But you can get somebody else sick. Not if they fucking stay home. If you're worried about it, you can stay the fuck home. I don't care. Frankly, that doesn't bother me at all. You stay the fuck home. For real. We're going to go through this shit again. Like that's why I'm talking about this now. Somebody was like, "Why are you talking about this?" They're going to do this again. There's either going to be another release of a virus because this motherfucker was released. Everybody's like, "It escaped from a Wuhan lab." Shut up. Shut the fuck up. It was not escape. They were fucking they literally held a fucking practice run the year before, like for a coronavirus to escape and become a global pandemic. They fucking ran a literally simulation the fucking year before. Get there fucking faster, people. Holy fuck. Wake the fuck up. If you haven't woken the fuck up, wake the fuck up. Fucking crazy idiots, right? But if you don't think they're going to do it again, you're pretty fucking stupid, which is why we should be getting everybody as healthy as humanly fucking possible, because being healthy is the best fucking vaccine. Not being fat, eating whole foods, not having inflammation, making sure you supplement wisely and properly with things that will help your health, like nattokinase, citrus bergamot, vitamin K, vitamin D, you know, things of those natures. It would be amazing, and I mean amazing, for us to have a society that is fit, because guess what would happen when a new cold came out? We wouldn't even notice. We wouldn't even notice. Instead, we're busy golf clapping for 400-pound women in bikinis. What the fuck's wrong with you people? You're so mean to fat people. Fuck, I'm nicer than anybody that's telling them to fucking stay fat. I'm telling them to lose fucking weight. That's way nicer than anybody than what else they fucking put up with. That's for fucking sure. So I want everybody to understand. Like, I don't mean these people. I don't even mean these people any ill will, even though they meant me ill will. I had many people tell me that I shouldn't, like, if I would get into a car accident, they shouldn't fucking treat me because I wasn't vaccinated. If I was in a car accident and the hospital wouldn't treat me because I was unvaccinated and I died, I hope whoever said no to me has their affairs in order, because when my wife would find out about that shit, it would be over for them. No shit. And if the same thing happened, like, dude, if because my wife's not vaccinated either, because she's a very intelligent person also. And I'm not saying that people that got vaccinated aren't intelligent. Some of you guys needed to do it to keep your jobs. But if you thought the fucking vaccine was a good idea, if you were like, yeah, that seems good to me, you got some fucking screws loose. Just saying. Like, do your fucking research. But if something happened to her, like a car accident or something like that, and the hospital refused to treat her because she didn't have a COVID vaccine, you know what? I'm not going to say what I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say because I've already pushed my luck enough, I believe, with YouTube. I really do. I believe I have already. All right. So I am going to go set up for evening rants, which is going to start in about 22 minutes. I hope all of you have a great, phenomenal day. I will be back at 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow to talk about whatever the fuck I feel like. So I hope all of you have a great night. God damn.